Hello guys. I just wanted to share my thoughts about Ermes Gasparini versus Devon Larratt match. Normally, I don't share my thoughts. I don't have any prediction. I don't share that because I'm the one who is organizing the event. Unless if I see the match a 50-50 match, and here it is the case for me. It's a 50-50 match. On the paper, Hermes looks favorite. I will explain why I think Hermes can win, and then I will explain why Devon can win. Hermes can win, has a good chance of winning because he is young, he is healthy, he is explosive, and also he has that flop wrist press whenever he need it. Hermes has very strong wrist, and once he can control the guy's hands, he is very effective. Hermes is also hungry. Hermes has even bigger dreams to reach, and but I think beating Hermes is not so much about power, but about the controlling ability because Hermes is very strong and he is a very good arm master. If you make mistake, the guy is going to find that weakness and he's gonna beat you. Most likely he will dominate you. So beating Hermes is not about so much about the strength. Of course it's about the strength, but you also need to have an educated hand and arm that can enable Hermes. So I explained already how and why Hermes can win, and now I will explain how and why Devon can win this match. The athletes that Hermes has defeated recently: Gennady, 186 centimeters, not a top roll outside perfectionist guy. Arif Ertem, 186 centimeters tall, and Dave Chaffee, probably less than 190 centimeters. He's more like moving sideways guy, not a like top roll hand specialist. And Jerry Cadoret, again around 190 centimeters, but he's not outside puller, going inside. So, but whenever I think about the guys that Hermes lost against, one was some years ago, but still he lost one round at the East versus West one. Matt Mask, 197 centimeters, top roll specialist, outside specialist. Yeah, Hermes lost one round here in Yalova, where I am right now. And he also lost a Supermatch, but we cannot consider that, like we can consider, of course, Matt beat him, but we cannot consider that Hermes with like compare with today's Hermes. It's just different. But East versus West won when Hermes beat Matt Mask. Yeah, it wasn't too long ago, about 2 years, within 2 years. But still, the one round that he got top rolled, so he was 197 centimeter outside specialist. And then he lost against Alex Kurdecha, I think 2 meter and 3 centimeter tall and outside specialist. And then Levan Saginashvili, 193 centimeter outside specialist. And of course, it is very, very hard to compare Levan with anyone else, since the time that Hermes had that one round loss against Matt Mask and then lost against Alex Kurdecha, he became much stronger for sure. But he gave trouble to Levan in this position. His arm was holding on, but the way that he lost his wrist, I didn't see so much resistance. So like Levan took his wrist, I can say comfortably easy. But even the hand and wrist probably got better for Hermes, but it has been only 6 months. I don't know how much it can be. Just say like 5%. I don't think in 6 months you can get like 15-20% stronger, especially something like hand. So now Hermes has an opponent, 197 centimeters, outside specialist. So I have no doubt that Devon's outside ability and using his height and pronator is like above Matt Mask for sure. And the reason I say this is because Hermes won that match. Also, since then, Hermes got much stronger. But what I try to say, whenever I ask Hermes what was the problem with Levan, and he said his hand was so big he couldn't get a good grip as well. I don't think Devon's hand is as big as Levan's. I don't exactly know, but this area of Devon is very thick. I don't anyone who had grip up with him, they will tell you that you cannot really have a very good grip because of the hand muscles between the index and the thumb, right here, this one. Anyway, so what I just tried to say, that Devon being tall, very tall, and him having very strong wrist and also very powerful pronator is making me believe that he also has a chance to beat Hermes. So again, on the paper, Hermes looks favorite, but to me, it's a 50-50 match. There is a possibility that Hermes can dominate Devon. To do that 3 rounds, I don't see that. Maybe one round domination, I'm talking about like total domination. But to do that 3 rounds, I don't see that. Does it mean that just because Hermes couldn't dominate Devon, he cannot win? No, it's not true. Because even if he loses his wrist, as long as the match is on Hermes' winning side, this guy has a deadly flop wrist press. Flop wrist press. And it's very dangerous. Even though when he pulled Gennady, it took sometimes a few attempts to press Gennady's arm to the pin pad. But just remember, it was Gennady's also just returning after probably 3 years. After 3 years of being injured and being out from competition, it was his return match. So what I'm just saying, even in that position, Hermes has a good chance of winning. Whenever Hermes get his position, he pressed Dave Chappie so quickly. But we need to also remember that Dave is a type of guy that pulls with his angles. He doesn't pull, he's not so effective in such positions as Devon. Devon has been here like forever, almost like 90% of style is based on open arm top roll and in a defensive position. So so the resistance of Devon will probably be better than Dave's resistance, in such position. Dave is 90% is an offensive puller, he's just all offense. While I can say Devon is probably 90% of a controlling type of puller, stopping the guy and then making him tired. So that is why I see Hermes winning the match, but I also can see Devon winning the match. I don't see this being an easy match. It is not that easy to control Devon's pronator with the wrist strength. But like I must add that Hermes has the strongest wrist that I have ever personally felt. I held his hand, his wrist, the strongest I felt. Of course, I never grip up with Levan, but amongst the ones that I felt the strength, Hermes had the strongest cupping. But still, it is not that easy to just control Devon and cup and beat him. And if Hermes wants to not to do this, but just go back pressure, then him and Devon will have a battle of, riser, the wrist handling. And Devon will be, a little bit taller. Even the weapon is like this, he will still get higher after the go. So probably Devon is near 4 inches, like near 10 centimeter taller than Hermes. So he is very strong. Hermes is very strong about that posting type of movement. But the riser, I don't know which one has the stronger riser, because whenever you are posting, you are really depending on here so much. And no matter how much back pressure you have, when you put a belt here, it's different than a guy is holding you also and also posting your hand. The guy is not only pulling you like this, but there is something also, just somebody is in your hand is pulling you up, and then this is someone who is taller than Hermes. If you ask me, horsepower, gym training, to me, Hermes is stronger. But it is not always about how much you lift in the gym. And as I said, it can go either way. It can go either way. Maybe one round, Hermes may dominate Devon, like by controlling everything. But 3 rounds to do that, I personally don't see that. But again, just because he doesn't dominate him, it doesn't mean that he cannot win. He still has his flop, and it's very effective, very effective. And I don't know how Hermes's flop compared to Gennady's that he did at the restart of round 1 against Devon. But I know that Devon, after Gennady match, he has been training his supination a lot, for an inside movement. So that even you go outside, the supination training, if you are getting stronger, it is, helping you to block here to not to be overpronated and then going only on brachyradialis, so you can block here better, and then you go outside. So to me, there are so many question marks. Anything can happen. Anything. Devon is no joke. The guy is serious. Like, you need to be careful with him. Hermes, no need to even explain how strong he is. But again, the guys that Hermes beat are like around 186, 187, 188 centimeters. I think Jerry is 190, but he was coming in. And the guys that Hermes had trouble till today are guys 193, 197, 203. And Devon's build is the same way. Devon is also near 2 meters and tall forearms, very tricky and super strong pronator. So stylistically is not an easy match for Hermes. Hermes's weapons are, he is super powerful, young, explosive, healthy, and has huge dreams. By saying dreams, Devon also has dreams. That is how we older guys keep motivating ourselves to do something that we haven't done before. And Devon's is he wants to win the super heavyweight title. He already has the heavyweight title, and he wants to go down to light heavyweight and then beat Ongarbev, and then at the same time he wants to have 3 titles. So what can I say? It's not as easy as some people are thinking, but we will see. We will see. Hermes dominating Devon 3 times, to me, is like 30% of chance. And Hermes winning the match after being stopped and then winning like 3 rounds is, to me, is 20% chance. So Hermes is 50% chance. And then match being stopped and Devon also winning is also 50% chance. I don't think Devon can dominate Hermes right, like from the beginning, same as Hermes has the chance to dominate him. So to me, it's a 50-50 match. We will see. We will see. You all take care.